I want to write something happy. I want to write about summer nights with my friends laughing in the middle of the day with a smile on my face. But I write at the middle of the night with a tear-stained face about all the lovers who have hurt me in the past. Really, I'm a one-trick pony. Never able to fully grasp sad, but never able to feel happy. My poems will not move or ripple emotion in people. My poems take up a space I do not deserve, a spotlight I do not want. I want to make people happy. But how does someone write about something they know nothing about? How do I sit there and listen to my friends experience an emotion I will never be able to fully understand when the chemicals in my brain will never give me enough? Why am I not enough? Why am I not enough? Why am I not enough to enjoy the sensation of happiness, to be crushed by anxiety and fear of not being enough? I'm too much, like mustard, but okay, in small amounts, okay, if you don't leave me alone for too long, don't you dare look away from me. I'm a turtle from down under, drowning in my own misery that my body can't find its way out of. I need a chemical that everyone else takes for granted. My days are interrupted. I am interrupted. A girl interrupted without being able to understand how I can swim up. My mind is being crushed with the weight of my thoughts, but the fat on my body weighs me down. My bones may be lovely, but I cannot see it.
Do you ever wonder about God? I only do when I'm lonely or writing poetry. The preacher screaming at the pulpit says, we are all made in God's image. I wonder if he ever hears that and gets self-conscious. I wonder if when he looks at humans, he can't help but be reminded of everything he has ever regretted. I wonder if he hates us for that. So much so that he created a fiery hellhole to bring the traits out of sinners that he suppressed in himself, that he's convinced himself he doesn't have. I wonder if when he looks at the man who claims to be his devout follower, screaming white supremacist slogans to the masses, and looks at the melanin in his own skin, filling with rage, I wonder if he ever spits vile when he hears Christians chant, God loves everyone, while disowning their gay child, watching idly as the homeless go hungry while gossiping about others' affairs. Christian means God-like, but I don't think God would like you at all. I wonder if when he comes again, he will be denied entry to the very building that praises his name. When he looks to the stained glass window, the man he sees is not his reflection. The man he sees is white, wealthy, and wrong. I wonder if the same hands that cured a blind man's eyes would be able to cure our false perceptions of what is holy. Or if he would have to send it shattering to the ground in an array of kaleidoscope colors. I wonder if the truth can hurt as much as stained glass shards, as the cutoff on the other end of the line, because I wonder how wrong it is to assume that he is nothing like us at all. We're a species of rot and decay, of nuclear explosions, of pollution and self-destruction. We kill each other for sports. And in the end, wasn't God still willing to sacrifice his only son? In the end, he heard his child scream, my God, why hast thou forsaken me? And still he watched as the blood fell from his crown, as the tears fell from his eyes. After all, what's the difference between hungry drool and tears anyway? As small as the difference between God and his worst creation. Thank you.
This is not a date. The words keep echoing in my head as I step into King's Arcade to electronic beats and dance music from a Flappy Bird console and 10 claw machines. And there he is, Phoenix, fidgeting by the shoe counter. His body stiffens when he lays eyes on me. He's 15, already 6 foot, boxy glasses and slicked back hair. I avoid looking at his face because I blush. He's just a nerd I met who loved Harry Potter, a Gryffindor like me. But the way he talked to me and told me I was a genius. Again, this is not a date. As we step up to the concession stand, he tells me the cheesy fries are best. Heart pounding, I'm surprised I have enough breath to order. He pulls out his wallet. I protest. He wins. But I buy us both water. Once we start bowling, I'm smiling, I'm confident. He's in his element. Eyes laser focused on the lane. He rolls, he scores. My turn. I hoist the heavy bowling ball up to my chest and I yeet it. The wrong direction. My cheeks burn, but he simply picks it up and hands it back to me. Electricity sparks between our flesh. Maybe this wouldn't be so bad as a date. However, some older girls once told me, just so you know, he hates women. Apparently there was someone before me. She turned his sweetness down, he slashed out bitterly. I have been through the ringer of nerds choosing the Quidditch Cup over me, Slytherins flirting by asking if I have hot friends. Still, I dismissed their warnings. After all, I was different, wasn't I? Homecoming dance. Phoenix tells me he wants to talk. I know what he'll say. Will you be my girlfriend? I stare at him, expecting a wave of excitement to wash over me, but all I see is my friend, Phoenix. Isn't this the moment I scream yes and we soar off into the sunset on a hippogriff? But I'm not looking for a boyfriend. I prefer that hippogriff. The answer was no. The answer was always going to be no. And thank God I said it. The next few weeks, our relationship unraveled like a fuzzy sweater boyfriends touch their girlfriends under. He wanted to feel the warmth of my body, but all I felt was his Arctic aura dragging me down. I thought phoenixes were supposed to be on fire. The awkward sheepishness he held from me was replaced by blank-eyed stares. I blamed myself for the longest time, but he started the cycle again. He made a move on my friend, then another pretty girl, and another. Sometimes I see him in class and I stare at his flat back, chicken legs, scraggly hairs across his upper lip. I don't feel miserable at the mention of his name or sob at night because he wants to love me again. But sometimes I mourn the loss of my friend. Still, I'm climbing out of ash to rise again. Thank you.
Show me the wild. Show me the earth so long buried underneath concrete and dust that it's withered and blackened and ruined. Show me the earth that we've been ignoring, the animals screaming out for help, and the people who walk by and ignore it. The people who wear their skin and drink their blood. Show me the real wild.
The corals withering under the sea while oil spills into the water, fire catching. One spark and it's all gone. This is our wild now. This is what we've created with ignorance, with hate.
This is a wild that we have made. This is a wild that we have neglected. This is a wild that our children will have to live with tornadoes spiraling after a snowstorm and a monsoon after a drought. The desert lost their oases, and yet we still insist that the water is right there, running headfirst into the mirage, rather than face the fact that we have done this. We made this new wild.
Where the cacti have shrunk and shriveled, where flowers wilt as they grow, never standing at full height, where animals go extinct by the hundreds every day. The wild where there's only cities and skyscrapers left, the world of smoke and fog and ashes.
Is this even the wild anymore? We're screaming at celebrities and TV, the traffic when it's too slow. But where's the anger when everything on our planet is gone? The anger when the wild has shriveled and we wonder why there's global warming. Where is everyone's anger that we've killed the only true wild we know? I want the wild.
But it isn't there because it lays in the dust like the reflection of the polluted waters with ash and dirt hanging from above, slain by our greed, slain by our lust for power and money.
I want the wild, but it's gone, just as the chaos and pain has given to this world of hurt. Ash and smoke turning into a blazing inferno that no one can stand, and eventually it'll all disappear. This is what we have made. This is our new wild.